Man! Fix my damn chair. You know, not what this episode is about at all, but I don't know what's funnier. The fact that Nicolas Cage, of all people, did a Left Behind movie, or the fact that that movie was as god awful as it is and managed to get a sequel 8 years after the fact, starring nobody from the original. I just think that's really, really amusing. I mean, 8 years later, I mean, better late than never, but also, is it really worth it at that point? Just waiting for my damn amigo to get here. Feels so much later than just barely 11. Tonight we're staying up till 1 billion o'clock. Hey, Copper. Just farted. Copper. Copper. You wanna You want up? Up? Up. Babby. I'm gonna get bath tomorrow. Stinky. Dink. There. Dinky, dinky, dinky. Dinky, dinky, dinky. Well, I guess while I wait for him to get here, you know something I think is funny? Like, I mean, granted, it's not like the funniest thing in the world, but it is something I think is pretty amusing. Oh. Anyway, something that I do think is pretty amusing. Excuse me. Okay, so we'll have to talk about Snowpiercer, the TV show, and the movie another time, but but I honestly thought Snowpiercer was canceled after season 3. Come to find out, oh, wait, no it wasn't. It just aired on AMC with AMC Plus without my knowledge. Then after that, fast forward to today, when this happened, I honestly thought Snowpiercer was buried after the TV show finished airing. And then, oh, no, it wasn't. Shout Factory actually put out the complete series on Blu-ray and DVD, again, without my knowledge, and apparently 2 months ago. I'm glad that they did, but also, how did that fall under my radar? That was my show for a while, so how I managed to lose track of that, I don't even possibly know. But we'll have to talk about Snowpiercer some other time. When? I don't know, but some other time. It's a really good movie, by the way. Seriously, it genuinely feels so much later. Copper, you hear a thing? You hear a thing? You hear a thingy? I don't even know if he's showing up tonight or not. I'm kind of just doing whatever at this point. Copper, you see a thing. I'm this close to just doing it without. Oh, never mind. I'm this close to just doing it without him. I mean, this is a movie only I would care about anyway, but you know. Nice day for it, isn't it? Jesus. The acting is so weird, and you could make a basketball court out of it. That's funny. It's those quiet moments. Feels so much later. Oh, Israel. Of course it's Israel. I'm probably just gonna get on TikTok in a minute. Oh, there's an outside boom boom. Copper, you hear that outside boom boom? Okay, I'm just gonna cut. My power just flickered for a second. Fuck. Oh. Okay, yeah, I think show's canceled tonight. I mean, I know most of this recording, assuming I don't edit all of this out, is probably dead air anyway. Ah. Oh. What? Yeah, my power just flickered for a second. Actually, my power just went straight out for a second. So, yeah, and considering it looks like nobody's gonna be here, I'll just have to speed through this without any amigos. So, assuming, I mean, I know I'm kind of putting it into the universe by saying it, but welcome to episode too many of me discovering something that I've either never heard of a day in my life or am only vaguely familiar with, only to end up high-key fucking with it. So with that being said, for a little bit of context, one, I am not Canadian. Two, hang on. Anyway, one, I am not Canadian. Two, I didn't know what the hell any of this was. And three, I'm not Canadian. With that bullshit being said, as I cue my background entertainment back up to where it was, oh my god. Fuck everything. Anyway, with that being said, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, other than sounding like a fake movie that you would see on a Nickelodeon show, is a 2025 Canadian comedy film directed by Matt Johnson and written by both Johnson and Jay McCarroll. It is an adaptation of both their 2007 to 2009 web series, Nirvana, the band, the show, and its 2017 to 2018 television adaptation of the same name. Just like the previous two series, Johnson and McCarroll star as fictionalized versions of themselves in a musical duo called Nirvana the Band. Hilariously, they never mention that they share a name with the unrelated band. And normally that would piss me off, but actually I think the fact they don't address it at all is even funnier than if they did. Anyway, Nirvana the Band desperately tried to book a gig at the famous venue, the Rivoli in Toronto, Canada. In this film, a new plan of theirs accidentally sends Matt and Jay back in time to 2008. Excuse me. The film was produced by Zapruder Films, Telefilm Canada, and Crave, and was distributed in Canada by Elevation Pictures and by Neon in the United States. Anyway, the film premiered at South by Southwest on March 9th, 2025, and it released in the, and then it released in the US and Canada on February 13th, 2026. The film had a budget of just $2 million and it made $5 million at the box office. So it made money, I can say that. It wasn't, maybe not a huge failure, but it made money. Let's just say that. Anyway, it received critical acclaim, winning Best Motion Picture at the 14th Canadian Screen Awards. Yes, McCarroll and Johnson were also recognized for their performances, winning Best Lead in a Comedy Film and Best Supporting Performance in a Comedy Film, respectively. Now, before... Alright. As I was saying... Excuse me. Okay. Stop it. As I was saying. What about that motherfucking production? Well, from 2007 to 2009, filmmakers Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll co-wrote and independently produced the web series Nirvana the Band the Show, in which fictionalized versions of themselves go to extreme lengths to book their band a gig at the Rivoli in Toronto. Johnson and McCarroll then began workshopping a feature film adaptation as early as 2009. Damn. And Johnson pitched a feature film to Telefilm as early as 2012. Although this production didn't really go anywhere. At least not for like another decade. In the meanwhile, however, a television adaptation of the web show, which was also titled Nirvana the Band the Show, aired on the Canadian television channel Viceland for 2 seasons from 2017 to 2018. A third season was partially produced, but went unaired. This was due in part due to Viceland going defunct. And that was basically it for a while, until Johnson directed the 2023 film Blackberry, with the aim of securing the third season's release. When this did not eventuate, however, he pivoted to developing a Nirvana the Band the Show feature film. Blackberry's success helped the film secure funding from Telefilm, and in May 2023, it was reported that it would be his next project. Johnson wanted the film to be accessible to audiences who were unfamiliar with the series, and intended to release the third season of the television show after the film's release if there's enough interest. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, with the goal of wanted the film to be accessible to audiences who are unfamiliar with the series, mission accomplished. And that's not sarcasm. Anyway, as I was saying, Johnson originally planned to film in the United Kingdom, although production instead started in the United States. The original version of the film, inspired by a confederacy of dunces, which I've never seen or read, I don't know if it's a movie or a book, but whatever, featured Matt and Jay in the RV on a road trip across the U.S. However, meeting people from different cultures, which Johnson compared to The Trip from 2010. However, upon reviewing the footage, Johnson and McCarroll realized that the storyline lacked the scope necessary for a feature film. And I kind of agree. It kind of, just picturing this in my head, kind of does sound more like a TV special than a movie, but that's just me. But anyway, as I was saying, McCarroll's pitch that the film should parody the biggest movies of all time, and the existence of unused footage from the original web series featuring a younger Johnson and McCarroll, led to the film being reworked as a time travel storyline inspired by and directly a parody of Back to the Future. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, uses several audio-visual material from Back to the Future without permission from the copyright holders, relying on the film's status of parody to provide fair use protection. And I mean, mission accomplished. Universal Pictures hasn't sued them yet, so... Yet. Anyway. The film was shot over a period of 200 days. Side note, my luck is going really well right now. Hopefully I can get through this entire thing without being kept up till 1 a.m. or without another outage. Anyway, with a crew between 4 and 8 people. As with the television series, exterior scenes were often shot in public without permits and involved unsuspecting members of the public in the style of a hidden camera show. The storyline was then developed during filming based on these encounters. Johnson and McCarroll's dialogue was also often improvised. And for extra authenticity, while most of the film was shot with the more modern Sony PXWZ280, the 2008 sequences were shot on both the HVX and Panasonic AG-DVX 100A, while the opening credits sequence was shot on 16mm film. Quite the production. And now the out-of-pocket part. The scenes involving the CN Tower were filmed without permits. As early as February 2017, Johnson and McCarroll discussed a potential episode of the television series in which Matt and Jay would fake a potential attack on top of the CN Tower. They expected the security staff to refuse them access and had already shot an alternate scene in which, rather than skydiving, Jay trespasses into the Sky Dome dressed as the Blue Jays mascot. However, McCarroll was then promptly arrested while filming the mascot sequence. As part of the scene on the CN Tower's ledge was shot on a GoPro on the helmet of an oblivious tour guide, Johnson said, "We're getting this guy to look and move exactly where we need him in order to create the beats of that sequence without him even realizing he's doing it, with the real crazy trick being that we leave with the footage." According to Johnson, what you're seeing is literally what's happening. Apart from us at the very last second jumping off the tower. A replica of the tower's tip was built for the later scenes showing Matt reeling down the cable. Damn. That is some mad lad activity, I should say. Mad lad activity. As for the sequences featuring the 2008 versions of the two of them, those incorporated unused deleted footage from the web series and were written by editors Kurt Lobb and Robert Upchurch after reviewing hundreds of hours of raw footage. The 2008 apartment was recreated on a soundstage by the production team purely using footage from the web series as reference. That is also crazy impressive. Anyway, by February 2026, Johnson said that the film was ultimately recut twice. Following its world premiere based on audience reaction, or following its world premiere and its premiere at TIFF based on audience reaction, and that, quote, "there is an outside chance that the Blu-ray and digital release will be different from the theatrical version. It's kind of a major change, too. We'll see if I get away with it." Now, spoilers, I did not see this movie in theaters, so I don't know if it was changed majorly or not. But the cut, which screened at the world premiere, included an extended scene with Matt and Ethan Eng discussing the alternate timeline. Alright. Now, what about that motherfucking reception? Well, that motherfucking reception. Well, excuse me, Rotten Tomatoes, sorry, Ant Playing the Drums, 97% of 95 critic reviews are positive, with an average rating of 8.5 out of 10, 0 to 50 and 4. The consensus reads, combining slyly skillful filmmaking with gut-busting laughs, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, will be pure heaven for fans of the series while making happy converts of the uninitiated. Oh look, a film critic actually said something that made sense. And then Metacritic assigned the film a score of 78 out of 100 based on 21 critics, 0 to 54, indicating generally favorable reviews. Peter DeBruge of Variety stated, "Beneath the irony of and cartoonish schemes, the film earnestly explores Matt and Jay's friendship." He also noted that the film operates on an additional meta level, inviting audiences to marvel at how various scenes were filmed. I think this is the most sense any of these critics have ever made. He also noted that I just read that, oops. Christian Zilko of IndieWire praised the film for increasing the television series' spectacle while also keeping the same emotional core. Rachel Ho of Exclaim called the film quintessential Canadiana, or made by Canadians for Canadians. The film was named in the Toronto International Film Festival's annual year-end Canada's Top 10 list for 2025. Good Lord, my brain's melting. For that shelf, wow, that one over there, Courtney Small wrote that the film, for all its seemingly scattered ideas, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, is rather meticulous in its construction. It works quite well as a time travel film, on par with recent time-spanning comedies such as Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes, giving plenty of mileage out of conventional tropes while attempting to avoid their younger selves, and as a pop culture-driven comedy. Agreed. In a negative review, Frank Scheck of The Hollywood Reporter called the film an overly meta farce and criticized it for borrowing too heavily from both Back to the Future and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Well, no shit. The film literally involves them copying their plan from Back to the Future as they're watching Back to the Future on VHS. That's kind of the joke. But as I was saying, as I swap out my background entertainment, continuing. Now, before we get to home video, as I said earlier, the film premiered at the 2025 South by Southwest Film and TV Festival. Later that month, Neon acquired the United States North American distribution rights. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, while I do like that they picked up this film, I think it's a little odd that they did. Not a bad decision, but just an odd one. It's odd because, well, I don't know how much of a following Nirvana, the band, the show, has outside of Canada. So, I mean, I sure as hell never heard of it prior to the movie. So, I don't know. Maybe they just thought it'd be an easy acquisition. And they didn't expect it to be, you know, a hit. Maybe. I don't know. But continuing. The film, of course, had a limited release on February 13th, 2026, opening on 365 screens, and was projected to make $1.4 million for the 4-day frame. On that note, here's a bit of useless but very funny trivia. The U.S. distributor of the film, Neon, released a poster for the film which parodies a poster for the IMAX release of A24's Marty Supreme. What happened was that A24 accidentally carbon copied an email containing the poster to the members of Nirvana the band to show the movie's production team. The parody poster was intended to release at the exact same time as Marty Supreme's poster, but instead it was released a full 3 hours earlier, or 3 hours later, 3 hours later, due to a mix-up with the time zones. I just think that's funny. And now home video. Well, the film was, after its limited theatrical release, it was then released on digital download platforms, iTunes, Fandango, YouTube, etc., on March 24th, 2026, and was then released on Blu-ray and DVD on May 26th, 2026. I do not have a copy of this movie, but I will address that in a minute. Now, oh yeah, actually, while I'm at it, while the film received in the US, the film received a Blu-ray DVD combo, but I don't think that there was a standalone DVD-only edition. I don't think, anyway. I know there probably is one in Canada, but I think in America, Neon only put out the Blu-ray DVD combo. Anyway, as I was saying, now, I can get to my review. Hopefully, I can get through this review without being left in pitch black mid-sentence, even if the comedic timing of that would be absolutely hilarious. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not a Canadian, so naturally I had never heard of either the original web series or the television series. Never even heard of these guys. So I had no idea what the hell any of this was. Now, I do remember, though, I forget what movie it was, but I do remember last year, I was seeing some movie in the theater with my mom, and the trailer for this movie played. And I don't remember if my mom thought anything of it, but I did think it was funny, though here's how you can tell I was clueless, because I was like, well, I didn't know Nirvana made movies too, but this is funny. Yeah, ignoring the fact that Kurt Cobain is very clearly dead, and I don't know any of the other members of the real world Nirvana, but I know it's definitely not these guys. But I thought the trailer was actually pretty funny. I did not see this movie in theaters. Mainly because, well, first, other movies were just coming out during the early part of 2026. So, unfortunately, I did not get to see this movie. And second, it was a very limited release. The early, or not early, but most Neon movies are very limited releases. They're only in theaters. They're only in theaters for like a very small window of time before going straight to digital and then DVD. So naturally, I did not get to see this movie when it was in the theater. Although I did catch wind of it on Twitter after the fact. And I remember this movie was like when I say praised, I mean like people legit hailed it as like one of the best comedy films. And I was kind of confused. I was like, "Oh, like that good, huh?" Okay, maybe not as sarcastic as I just made it sound, but either way, but either way, I was kind of shocked, especially with a title as stupid as Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Excuse me. But I was like, okay, maybe this movie's actually really good. Maybe I should give it a chance. Anyway, fast forward to about, I think it was this past, I think it was, when was it that I went to because I went to the library. You know what? Let me go through my messages. I promise I have good memory, guys. I promise. You can't Mandela affect me, no matter how much you try. Damn it, I forgot messages on iPad don't go back that far. Okay, but either way, I think it was this past weekend when I went to the library and I saw they had the Blu-ray of this movie available to check out. Oh yeah, I should probably go ahead and clarify. I do regular, not every day, not every week, but I do go to the library semi-regularly. So I do a lot of the movies that I end up talking about are movies that I find movies or shows that I find at the library. So if you're ever wondering my secret, anyway, but this was one of those that I found at the library. And when I saw they had the Blu-ray, I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what the hype is about. Anyway, I watched it. I believe I watched it last. Actually, yeah. Yeah, now that I remember. It was yesterday. Yesterday evening when I watched it on the Blu-ray from the library. I don't have it on standby. I already returned it. But I was very pleasantly surprised by this movie. I mean, going into it, I'd seen like very, very brief clips on Twitter, but I still did not see enough to like know what this movie was about exactly. So, and on top of that, again, I had no knowledge of the original show, of these two guys, of anything. So, I really went into this movie pretty much blind, not knowing what the hell to expect. But, coming out of it, I think I found one of my new favorite comedies. Maybe not my definitive favorite, but definitely up there, I should say. And going back to what I read earlier in the production, Johnson wanted the film to be accessible to audiences who were unfamiliar with the series. And I agree with that. Like, once I finally figured out, oh yeah, I should probably go ahead and add, yes, when I first saw the trailer for this in theaters, I did genuinely think it was connected to our real world band Nirvana. Then I felt like a fucking moron when I realized it wasn't. I'm dumb, but either way, I do agree. Like, I have not seen the original web show. I had not seen the television show. But I did not have any trouble at all following what this movie was about. In fact, I actually was able to understand it pretty well. In fact, I think it worked well. Okay, even though I think it was still made with fans of the show in mind, I do think it works very well both ways. Both as a movie connected to the pre-existing show and as just a standalone movie with no ties to anything. Like, you could tell me this was that, just a movie that's not based on anything, and I probably would believe you if I didn't know any better. Because it worked very well like that. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing any context. Even though they do go back in time to 2008 to meet their younger selves during the web show, it didn't feel like the movie, at no point is this movie like, hey, do you remember what happened on season 1, episode 5 back in 2000 whatever? Like, no, it actually works very well as like a standalone. You can easily, if you've never seen Nirvana the band the show, you can easily jump into this movie and easily be able to hop on board. I love that. Catch my breath. Excuse me. But with that being said, do I have any negatives with this movie? Not really, no. I mean, at most... Okay. At most, I did think the last, like... Okay. At most, I did think, like, the last, like, act of the movie did kind of feel maybe a little slow compared to the rest of the movie, but it wasn't bad at all. It didn't like bog down the entire experience. It felt natural. Other than that, I can't really think of any real negatives with the film really at all. Like, it was just a very well made comedy. Very funny too. Like, again, not going into it not knowing what the hell to expect. Watch this. I'm going to launch. Oh, whoopsie. Again, not knowing what the hell to expect, I was again very pleasantly surprised by a lot of the jokes. In fact, in fact, because I didn't know anything, I was not expecting there to be like hidden camera gags or hidden camera scenes at all. Those caught me by surprise, but again, in a good way. Those were really funny. And in fact, I actually think the hidden camera stuff only elevates the experience. Like, those... Actually, I think pretty much all of this movie's funniest scenes are the ones that are just unscripted, where they're basically just bullshitting, improvising with random-ass people. Oh. Another outside boom boom. Oh, another. Thor needs to stop masturbating, but either way, I think those were a lot of the film's just funniest scenes, are the ones that are like completely improv. Catch my breath again. But yeah, I don't really have any negatives with it. Positives? Well, again, I just listed them off. Like, it's a very funny movie. It works well if you both have and have not seen the original show. The cast performances, especially the duo themselves of Matt and Jay, are really, like, they are great. I've never even seen these guys prior to this movie, at least seen them for longer than 15 seconds, but they are funny. Yeah. Honestly, the moment the Sky Dome stunt was being described, that's when I knew this movie was going to be right up my alley. Excuse me. Yeah. What else can I add? Oh, yeah. I should also add. Hmm. Now, you're probably expecting me to go ahead and give my rating for the film, but actually, I have a little bit more to say. While the Blu ray release includes a good amount of special features, one of the features, and I'm actually really glad they included this, is actually episode 1 of the TV show. So, not only did I get a great movie, but I actually got kind of a trial run of the show as an added bonus. I watched that episode after watching the movie, and God, it's also really funny. That was great too. It was just great all around. I really love it now. Yeah. It's definitely going to be in my rotation for many years to come. But what else can I? Oh yeah, what I was going to say. While the Blu-ray and I would assume the DVD release of the movie includes the bonus episode 1 of the TV show, they also announced that Neon, the North American distributor of the film, had also apparently acquired the distribution rights to the television show, and they are actually intending to release a box set containing both the show and the movie. Now, they did confirm, though, that it's just going to be the television show, so I would assume all 3 seasons plus the movie. They already confirmed, sadly, that the web series cannot be released due to, you know, copyright problems. So, sadly, a truly complete release of everything Nirvana does not look super likely, which sucks. But hey, I'll take an 80% complete collection over a no percent complete. Yeah. But anyway, when that box set will be released, I don't know. But either way, sign me up. I'll get it when it comes out. Anyway, but to
You're muted, you know.
oh my God. Okay, first, I didn't even realize you were here. I didn't hear the.
I still can't hear you.
Hang on. Assuming you can hear me now.
What were you talking the whole time?
I was about to answer. I was about to answer that. First, Yes, I was. Short answer. Second, I really was just lingering in the event anybody showed up. Third, you're supposed to be in the abyss. Four, funny. In case you were wondering what I was yapping to the camera over here off screen about, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Yes, that is the actual title. Yes, that's an actual movie. No, you are not sleep deprived, I don't think.
So I'm guessing you were finished with it?
I mean, I was nearly finished. And last, no, because you showed up at 11:57 p.m., you are not keeping me here till 1 a.m.
Okay, then repeat the whole thing again. No, just kidding.
I mean, at best, I can give you like a really condensed version. I apologize if that came off a little bitchy.
No, I don't really want to hear the
Okay,
dance version.
okay,
It's
well, that's
funny.
fine. Okay, well, I'll just continue on. Okay, well, I'll just oh. Okay, anyway. Well, I'll just give my closing statements and oh. Okay,
Say
well, I'll
the
just
line, Bart.
Well, I'll just give my closing statements as if you were here the entire time, even though you have no context to work off of. Anyway, do I recommend this movie? Yes, I absolutely do, especially both if you have and have not seen the original show, and just if you're into really stupid shit. Especially if you're into dumb but funny comedy movies about two guys getting into dumb but funny situations for an hour and 40 minutes. Whew. Excuse me, catch my breath. All right. Do I see this movie being everybody's cup of tea? Yeah, try being my mom when she inevitably tries to bring this movie up to somebody. Granted, she hasn't seen it, but still. Yeah, I don't see her successfully winning anyone over, or me for that matter. But regardless, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, while admittedly sounding really ass fucking stupid if you want to judge it based off the title alone, is a grand old time. A Canadian classic, as somebody who's not fucking Canadian. Highly recommend. It's a big ol' 5 out of 5 Mark Ruffalo's, as I say, with all those outside boom booms outside.
Oh, hi, copy.
Yeah. He does not like outside boom booms.
He loves it.
He does not.
I'm sorry I'm showing up so late for these.
It's fine. Just fine.
Blah, blah, blah. Dorothy Vaden. Yeah, that's right. Isn't that old?
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be like that Tom and Jerry short where it's like cuts a piece of cake.
Oh.
If you stuffed him, drop your. I just got the.
Oh, this.
I'm here to bargain for Han Solo and the rest of my friends. Master Luke, be careful. You're standing on 3PO. What did I just say? But there's a trap door right under your feet. There's a huge monster down there, and if Jabba hits the button, the trap door's gonna open. You're gonna fall down into the dungeon below and get eaten by the monster. 3PO, please. We're talking. Oh my God! Rush Limbaugh! No, tax dodging Jedi's in my pit. Religion is tax exempt. Jedi's a religion. Oh, Luke, did you want me to throw you your lightsaber? Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. Just so you know, the compartment I keep your lightsaber in is my rectum. I'm here to bargain for Hans. This is my kingdom come.
My God. What? inside me.
You're in that, right?
Yep.
This is what El Macho.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Mon family. El Macho. El Macho. Here's another reason why I don't trust law enforcement.
Jesus Christ.
El Macho. This shit way too formal, y'all know. So, Stacy Stash, most of these girls ain't got a clue. All of these hoes I made all records I produce. I might take all my exes and put them all in a group. Yeah, my essay, yes, I need. Prime El Macho might be the biggest oil farmer of all time. This brother was crazy. He was taking shots of venom and eating the glass. The way he exited buildings was by walking through them. Remember when Kaido jumped out the sky? Macho did the same thing, except he was strapped with 250 pounds of dynamite right next to an active volcano. Look how he robbed this truck. He stopped there with want to meet your madre, pay my respects. Want to meet. I need the shark with 250 pounds of dynamite.
El Macho.
Yeah.
I like how this didn't become like a meme till like years later.
Yeah.
Vector was always a meme.
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible versus El Macho isn't close. Here's why. We're gonna be using each.
Wait. Macho. El Macho.
Get stuck up top.
Jesus.
You have not lost your touch, my friend. So good to see you again, people.
I've seen worse.
Excuse me.
No, we could use a little worse.
You are right, Commissioner. Antonio, why don't you invite your girlfriend to watch Cinco de Mayo party?
I don't see how that's a party.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry. Let me show you.
Oh my God. So stupid. Good Lord.
El Macho versus Homelander.
Oh my God.
It's all settled.
Vector Roses.
Oh my god.
I am sending you to the star system in outer rim. It is a volcanic planet. You will not see. Safe. I am sending you to the star system in outer rim. It is a volcanic planet.
Look at that editing in the background, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Did you notice that?
I just now noticed it.
It is a volcanic planet.
Jesus, that is too good.
Safe. Chancellor Palpatine managed to escape the Order General. Without Count Dooku, I have doubts about your ability to keep us safe. Victor was my nerd name. Now I am Vector. Squid lobster! Oh yeah!
Jesus Christ.
Oh, strange. You know, that medical office for the Count Dooku, right?
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Hello? Oh, I am Shrink Ray. Watch out. The clones are coming. No, I'm not playing with it. Don't make me laugh. No.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
The Phantom opened the door. Five Nights at Padme's.
Hello? Hello? Obi-Wan? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I know you probably expected me to be there with you, but I'm finishing up my last week dealing with this anti-military legislation. So I know it can be a bit overwhelming there without me, but I'm telling you, there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from my security team that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know? Welcome to Padme's apartment, a magical place for young Jedi and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. The
This is
government of
too
Naboo
good.
is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached, and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. My droids here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these droids hold a special place in my heart, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay, so just be aware the droids do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 67 BBY. Yeah, it's amazing. Human
Jesus
body
Christ.
front of the load, you know? Now concerning your safety, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at my place, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a protocol droid suit. Now that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first day should be a breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, shouldn't be too long before me and you are sitting side by side. Good night. Miss you.
It got me. It got me.
This is equal parts really clever and really stupid.
Oh, not good.
Die.
It's like another story.
Oh my god.
Santa confronts Palpatine about
Oh my god.
What the blazes have you done? You marked every Jedi Knight as naughty! Are you out of your mind? You survived. You really never see the ramifications of anything, do you? Do you see? It's over. Congratulations. You have ruined Life Day. Everybody! Lamu! Everywhere in hot space! The whole thing! Right down the clapper! Your arrogance blinds. I never thought about it. Experience the full. Mom was right about you. Sorry.
I got no comment for this.
I'll have to take care of him. You smell like a girl. Like a big leather jacket wearing girl.
Wait, is that like Paul Giamatti or no?
I can't tell who it is exactly.
Like a big leather jacket wearing girl.
Oh my god. Die.
You will bow to me.
Jesus, who isn't confronting Palpatine?
You. A beautiful desert bloom such as yourself should be on the arm of the most powerful man in the world. What you say, my dear? I am with you, spy. You survived. Go on. Your arrogance blinds. Pussycat. Myself. Well, the fuck. I'll teach you some respect. Genie. I have decided to make my final wish. I want Emperor Palpatine to fall desperately in love with me. Ah, Master. There are a few odd enders. Some quid pro quo. Don't talk back to me! So you will experience the full power of the
Oh my god.
I can't hold on any longer. Now, where were we? Please don't die. Yes, abject.
My god.
Spider-Man versus Palpatine, Bluey versus Voldemort.
Everybody versus everybody.
Oh, my.
You're so beautiful. It's because I'm so in love. No. It's because I'm so in love with you. Ah. So love is like that in your tinny robussy. Excuse me? I said that in your tinny robussy.
The hell?
There's a robotic.
Jesus.
Chicken jockey.
Drippin' cocky.
Watch out, chicken jockey.
Sneak
What's that? You want me to fight the chicken? Sneak attack. I have waited a long time for this moment. Lost the canoe. Hello there. This is a crafting table.
Mango. What the?
God, each one, I swear.
Rise and come to Mama. What? They are still coming through. All right, put your hands in the air.
Hands in the air.
Put your hands in the air. You're gonna pay for all the Jedi that you killed today. Ha ha! We'll take them together. You're going slowly on the left. Ha ha! Landing straight ahead. Coming in too hot.
Die.
Don't like it? Well, there's a problem. I'm also the intellectual queen dating Roxanne. What did you say? That we were scooching up a swarm. Swarm, swarm, swarm. You will not take it from me. Swarm. Brainbots, initiate the failsafe. That you killed younglings. Yes. I don't believe one of you. Yeah! Isn't this great? Now there's nothing keeping us apart. I don't know you anymore. Her first fight. This is so us. Let her go. Yes. We meet again. Where am I? You can scream all you wish. I'm afraid no one can hear you. Why isn't she screaming?
What the hell?
No. Okay, we know it's a different one.
Yeah.
No, we already went that one. Wait. Muffin blows up to.
There's no one here. Check it out. I'll tell you. TK421, why aren't you at your post? Yes? The scanner and security team sent to secure the freighter have been wiped out.
They must be trying to recapture Daddy Walrus. Louie is here. The force is with her. I must go and face her alone.
What was that? That's nothing. I've gas. Don't worry.
Die. Lord Almighty.
Anyway, what were we gonna think of?
Yeah.
I'm a Korean. You remember that? Have you ever heard that before?
God.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. I'm a Korean. Oh, hello. Remember me? My name is DJ Not Nice. You might remember me from my last record, Ching Chang Chung. You made me very rich. Now I roll in American money. I'm a Korean. And I'd like my Chinese food cooked right. Cause they're not giving me the good rice. And the Thai giving me my food looks like a recipe. I don't like how my meat pork looks right. And the rest time I eat your food, I got the rice, chicken, beef, tofu. Now I put guarapin.
Oh my God Almighty.
Have you ever seen this before or no?
I don't think so.
I think it's cool.
Oh my God.
You heard of China? I was in charge of China. I
yeah.
think Michael Jackson's a good guy. I don't mind if he sleeps with young guys. Cause in my country we can touch young guys on their penis.
Oh my
And my
god.
wife is 13 and cooks my macaroni and she's so good. I got her out on the street for a good price 10 years ago. Macaroni, we can touch young guys on their penis. And my wife is 13 and cooks my macaroni and she's so good. I got her out on the street for a good price 10 years ago. I'm not gonna ride. I ride it rough. Very crazy. Let's get it down. I have a mister. It's very small. It's in my pants. I can't get it up. I'm from New York. Better run next time. You heard of London? Not anymore.
Good lord.
What?
So,
What do you want?
so good.
Now I gotta start again. I wrote the word up in the bar. I gotta marry. If I find a print, yeah, sorry, I'm a ninja warrior. I went to Harvard. I found Pearl Harbor. I want the whole world to know that I'm powerful. Everyone to the front. We are gonna die. Put your hands between your legs and say konnichiwa. Have to all fuck the world. Cause I like to watch. Now the world must know. I'm a Korean, and I'm not gonna beat with Suge Knight because I think that if he hurt my popularity, he'd find me and tell me I'm serious. Oh yeah, take a picture of me dancing from the balcony. And I'd write my Chinese food cooked right. I don't write Japanese all the time. I would write to see the whole world die 'cause I'm a Korean.
Oh my god. So good. Alright.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
I enjoyed the one. Hang on, I'm just gonna look at these fucking. No, not that. No. Okay, I'll watch that later. So,
Yeah. Anyway.
oh, that's fucking. I don't know.
Yeah. Alright.
What?
Alternative Rickroll. Okay.
I mean, contrary to against the made other songs.
I mean, that's a note to end on.
You know, I think people forget that he made other songs.
Yeah, I forget that he made other songs. Anyway.
I've heard people say that, like, Together Forever is a legit song.
Yeah. It's really good, but I feel like it's often overlooked. Alright.
I never really heard it. Is it good?
Yeah? Alright. Give me a second.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Never gonna give a fuck. Alright. Alright.
Oh, what is that? What was that?
Ant 2.
Ant 2?
Alright.
Ant 2? Ant 2? Ant 2?
Ant 2. Alright.
Ant 2?
2.
W2?
2. Alright. All right.
I guess we learned that I'm not gonna win.
Yeah. I guess even though I guess that's what you and I learned. What I guess, reiterated upon myself is that Canadians can make some damn good entertainment, even if I can be pretty clueless with most of the source material. Yes.
Please like Ratchet, no we can't.
Sure.
Canada sucks.
Canaders.
Fuck this damn Canadians. Derp.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not gonna leave just because I said derp, even though I always used to do that after I said that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I was just asleep after saying that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In other
So we
completely.
learned that Nirvana, the band, the show, movie, the game.
Yeah.
The show.
Yes. And in unrelated news, that is not actually what we're doing tomorrow, but just something that's on my mind because I was looking at it a little bit ago today. Bad Santa 2 is a movie that exists that somebody thought was a good idea, but that's a story for a while from now.
I've seen that movie once.
Anyway, come back tomorrow night when something or other. Either I talk to a wall or I talk to somebody. I may or may not be on or off meds, but will I ever let out?
Oh, wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear it.
Come back tomorrow night when I either talk to a wall or talk to somebody. I may or may not be on meds, but will I elaborate further?
You're on.
No, actually, I'm not. Because I said enough. But for now...
You're on drugs.
But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal.
Drugs.
Go to bed. To be
I
continued.
talk to you about drugs.
God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do
Hey,
drugs.
Jesse, I'm He-Man talking to you about drugs.
Jesus. If you do drugs, you gotta help before you die. Good night, and the hit movie The Queen, starring the hit actress Helen Mirren as the hit queen of the hit country England. Have a day. This has truly been Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, the review, the session, the YouTube binge, the me standing in the middle of my room. The tree.